it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here. We are keying in on a very important and interesting topic that I get presented with from many viewers, and that is, who does a narcissist or a psychopath prey on? Why did they choose me? Why am I finding myself in this tangle? Why am I finding myself on this journey with this abusive individual? And I'd like to help you address that question by helping you understand in particular who this psychopathic individual focuses on. Who do they target? Who do they make their prey? It is well known that the psychopath has a scope, has a surveillance, and has a selection of individuals with whom they will target and prey upon and assess and size up in order to get something they want from this individual. In particular, they will look upon people who have a vulnerability, who have a weakness, and most prolifically those who are lonely. The psychopath has a very keen ability to suss out from a group, from a meeting, from an event. They have a very strong radar sense where they're very able to pick up on those people who have a loneliness about them. There's a void. They're able to determine through really within a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, and through conversation, they're able to learn about this person, their background. They'll oftentimes ask a lot of questions, be very focused in, very zeroed in on the individual with whom they are posing to target. And if they're able to sense that this person has a loneliness, a vulnerability, a void, essentially a soft spot, and furthermore a loneliness, they are in prime target zone. They have essentially hit the psychopath lottery because they know that they can immediately and effortlessly create a mask, create a persona, create a companion for this lonely person. That will be the end-all, be-all illusion for which this person is seeking in their life. So instantaneously, like shrink wrap, they'll just shrink around this person, or rather, just suck, just completely engulf this person's body, mind, and spirit, and proceed to get what it is that they want from them. Especially if they can fulfill the need of companionship, they will hone in on this right away. It will be very quickly that they will become all-engulfing, all-consuming, and proceed with that love bombing, where they give the 24/7 attention. They make as if they're dropping everything for you. They will come in and bring you your lunch. They'll come in and bring you your coffee. They'll fill up your gas tank. Things that you can easily do yourself, they will take on to them. They will pick up heavy things. They will clean light things. They will go ahead and do all sorts of what we would consider bonding behavior. And then after the bonding, which is the complete enmeshment, becomes the sex, in essence, where there's that sexual expression. And then generally it will become, then the caregiving, which the target then pursues into more of the caregiving, which is really looking after them when they're sick, really beginning to develop a true care about their well-being, whereas the psychopath has zero such experience of caregiving for this person. They strictly want this person for one thing and one thing only. That can be sex, amusement, entertainment, money, a job, a place to live, food to eat, transportation, or just a vent to get out their aggression. There are psychopathic individuals who will target others for money. They will vacillate between, the legal and illegal with which they conduct themselves in business, extramarital affairs, and they will oftentimes just be extremely impulsive and utilize these relationships as a very spontaneous outlet for their aggressive, impulsive, testosterone-driven activities. And so it's very important to understand the destructive nature, as contrary to the love bombing phase, when they fill your immediate need, when they fill your immediate void of loneliness, there's this feeling of this heightened sense of illusory love, where everything is just on point. Just it seems like a fairy tale. It is a fairy tale. I think really what you are experiencing is the cessation of your everyday responsibilities, and you are now swept up into an illusion of feeling cared for, loved, and really, as if someone has swept you off of your feet. And of course, this is the charm, but even more so, there's something extraordinary, which means out of the ordinary qualities about this person, which then creates this further targeting and why they hone in on the lonely, because they know that they're then able to control this engulfing feeling. They own a power over this person, and they're then able to wield this back and forth, almost like strings on a marionette puppet. But even more so than that is their power to overtake and overpower others and cause people to do things which ordinarily they would not do. And literally, when we talk about people being beside themselves, going crazy, I've had many clients who have been forced to do things, unspeakable things, that would be in violation of their norms, their boundaries, their morals, leaving their workplace, going to, go to this psychopath's home during their lunch, to go through their garbage, to find receipts, to looking through mail, to looking through their vehicle, to scratching their vehicle, to just going on tirades when they should be working, leaving on their lunch, not eating, driving places in the middle of the night, etc. This is really what happens when the devaluing and the discarding phase brings, because remember, it's a cycle. It's the idealization, the devaluing, and then the discard. And so these phases can last different amounts of time, but realize when you are being love bombed by a psychopathic individual, the feeling that this person takes your breath away. It's people just feel that they have literally lost, their breath is at one with this person. Every breath that they take is with this person in mind, and with this person in their fantasy, and their vision of the future with this person. And although it is written, I think there's a great Sarah McLachlan song, you take my breath away. I'm not sure of the lyrics, but I just remember that, that one little snippet there. And it's very important to realize that the root word of spirit is spiritus, which means breath. And when someone takes your breath away, they're taking also your spirit away. So be very careful, because you are in essence allowing someone in to take over the incorporeal, the immaterial part of yourself, which is that which is giving animating force to your life, to the creative force within you. And so when you feel this taking of my breath away, I just think of, the people who faint when they see Michael Jackson, or, the people who lose their minds, at these cults. Literally there's a power to a charismatic individual where someone does kind of lose their breath, lose their spirit, lose sight of themselves, and in essence becomes bound to them almost like a religious figure, almost like a religion. It's very important to realize that this psychopath becomes an object of worship, greater than and bigger than themselves, because there's this power which they are experiencing, which then becomes re-emphasizing or reaffirming of this deathly loneliness, which they are meant to create as a vulnerability, and very much more animate this loneliness within your life, which is very contrary to the life force. So when we talk about, we're playing with the devil, playing with fire, etc., it really is a tension and a force and an animating force, I think, which is very contrary to the life force, which is connected when you think about the spirit, when we talk about the spirit of love, or of Jesus, or of a higher power, we're talking about the animating force, which really, is connected, is a global connectivity the human spirit. It is an animating force which brings good productivity, creativity, and essentially an opening of consciousness. And that is the life force, and that is truly what gives you power. I very much feel that this psychopathic individual is meant to, what's a good word that I can use? Is meant to squash this power, is meant to extinguish this power, is meant to destroy this power. And it is very, the experience of the psychopathic nature when the mask falls is likened to a dark abyss. So there's something very dark about this. And there's nothing funny about it. There's nothing humorous. Yet when you get to the other side of it, you have to be able to laugh, and you have to be able to shake it off, because you have to shake it off, and you absolutely positively need to get away from these people. It is nothing but a malady of illusion to think that you can handle this predatory, no matter what stage in the game that you are. And the longer you stay with these individuals, the more they will emphasize your weakness, your vulnerability, use triangulation to exploit those. So, and exploiting, it means to expose and lay you unprotected. And so, for example, if you were to be on a walk in a safari out in the jungles or the savannas of Africa, and you were to come up against a wild beast, such as a lion, would you, without having any tools, without any knife, without any gun, with just yourself, would you be able to escape and save yourself from a lion who is now charging after you with their jaws open? Would you be able to outrun this beast? Would you be able to take them with your hands? It is important for you to realize that there are some things, even though you get in this heightened experience of power with these individuals, it is creating a power that is meant to confront them, that you are not going to be, I think it is in that exposing and really coming to face with them and stating, I am not going to be abused by you, that you are at the very penultimate rock bottom, where then you can then stand up and declare that you will not be abused by this. But it takes a certain amount of spiritual power that creates that ability to go no contact and let go of these individuals. And until you come to that place of need and really awakening to the reality of these individuals, that this is nothing to play with, this is nothing to toy with, this is not an animating force. This is a deadly, lethal force, which is not the animating spirit, the spiritus. It is not the spirit of creativity and productivity. It is something very contrary to that, and is something which, for now, we are going to remain nameless. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.